Can't you open it with your gift? The CFO said.
Why should I waste my time with it when you already have access? Koda asked. It was a gamble, but it worked. The CFO huffed but pulled out a keycard.
I don't normally have authority to get in there without David's permission, she said, holding the keycard against a small screen to the right at the CEO's door. But he gave all of us full access due to this time of crisis.
Guess he didn't expect anyone to turn on him.
Guess not.
The door opened.
Thankfully, he still trusts me enough not to have changed the code.
Thankfully. The computer on the CEO's desk was locked. But again, the CFO got into it easily. He gave you all access to his personal files on his own computer? The CFO turned away bashful.
Actually, I got access from something else.
Her tone suggested a more personal endeavor had been undergone to acquire that information. Koda supplied no further inquiries nor judgments. He was correct, and he'd experienced the same style of intimate espionage as she had. Likely a lot more than her too. The files were numerous. Most simple clutter regarding new patents, existing mundane projects, and bare sketches of ideas. The CFO supplied specific passwords when they reached a particularly private section. Koda eyed her as she typed on the keyboard. She was entirely focused on her task, not paying attention to Koda, which meant he didn't have to hide his suspicion of her.
There, she said.
There were fewer files there, mostly of top secret documents and plans, but Koda only had eyes for two damning pieces of data. The first dealt with the experiments and the kidnappings. Koda scanned the document for details. In moments, he understood how Seco Research was trying to take a Titan's powers and implant them into several people with the aim of making more wielders. The technology to do so would have profited the company enough to single-handedly boost them to the big leagues. All experiments, however, have been massive failures. The power injected into people had been thrown up, usually after the subject experienced an excruciating pain. Instead of disposing the puke immediately, they kept it in large vats to study it. Eventually, the vomit coalesced and then formed humanoid figures with tails. Seco finally, as of this morning, decided to dispose of them in the dump site. But there had been an issue during the transportation, causing an outbreak both at the site and in the basements, where the R&D department was located. All this was dated to barely over a week ago, at the time when the kidnappings began. Why hadn't this file been made earlier, in preparation for experiments?
Guarding lands, the CFO breathed. Those awful experiments are one thing, but that...
She pointed at the second file Koda pulled up. These were funds, transfers more or less, money laundering, but not to employee accounts or even private ones in different provinces. All funds went to many legitimate appearing organizations, but Koda knew all the hidden language. David Fujita, CEO of Seco Research, was helping fund an anti-government terrorist organization, simply known as RISE. They had bases of operation all over Talon, which the document also helped locate due to the funds transfer. No other codes. Koda had scrolled through to the next. Nothing hiding the locations. Koda glanced at the CFO, who was covering her mouth in shock.
Shit,
she whispered, pointing to a red circle in the bottom right corner of the screen.
He knows someone's in the files.
Where was he when he left me in that room? Koda asked.
The viewing platform, several stories above the experimentation room.
Koda welcomed the black, but only briefly. The darkness scurried towards him, threatening to keep him from reality. The CEO, outlined in white in Koda's vision, was not in a platform, but the lobby instead, heading towards a large elevator on the north side of the atrium. He's coming up from the south elevator, Koda said. Stall him while I download this data. Try to prevent him from deleting it all on his end. The CFO nodded, then left without a word. Hopefully, he gets here without running into her. Koda connected his screen to the CEO's computer and started downloading the first file. I'd like to have a little chat with him alone.